Okay guys, back for another cast on the druid. Last time I logged out in Fellstone Field on the other continent up here in Western Plaguelands. Got Undercity here and Western Plaguelands is here. I was sort of raiding the cursed field of Fellstone here and solving the mystery of Fellstone Field. But there's a long description in that particular episode. So I figured I'd do a field trip. I'm down to 8 quests at the moment. Oh, there's actually a couple of... Oh, guys, you know what? I didn't even notice if I'm fast here. Yeah, I'm gonna get my first Black Lotus. What do you say, guys? Wow. I've never ever picked up a Black Lotus before. Ta-da! Whee! Okay. I don't know if I can make a happy emote. Yeah, but at least it was there. Wow. Okay, this was, let's just say that this was another sort of another sort of start on an episode that I had expected. I've not been hunting Black Lotus. Of course I know they're there and they're a rare spawn, but I've actually never sort of seen one. And picked it up by a herbalist. Yeah, I'm just amazed. Funny how things like that happen when you don't expect it. But I suppose if you want to pick, and talking about Black Lotuses, if you want to pick them up or sort of hunt for them, it's not like, it's not like they're worth tremendous amounts. I think they sell for maybe 22 gold or something like that, but it's a pretty nice amount. And as I'm a herbalist and alchemist myself, it might, at some point be... I'll stack it for now. It's not like I need the money. I'm pretty well off at the moment, even though I don't carry too much gold around. And talking about that, usually I just keep around 10 gold, so I should stash some of this. One thing is losing your character, another is losing... Why would you lose an additional 50 gold if you died? That would just kind of suck. Anyway, back to business here. So, I got... last time I logged out in Fellstone Field after doing a grind there, and I was thinking about continuing that quest chain. It's actually a chain that leads to the next field. I'm just going to show you the area again. So I think next time you will have maybe a repeatable here or something like that with a somewhat higher levels. These mobs were like 50 to 54 or something, and in some of the other fields you might have 54 to 57 or something like that. So level 60s can get full sort of reputation gains from doing the repeatable quest. I lost 40% of the reputation because I was level 60 and the repeatable quest was considered a level 53. Yeah. Enough about the reputation system, except that the reason why I've sort of been saving these 3 quests is that the lower level, the level 52 here, and I put in the description where I picked it up. It was in Angora Crater, but I'll show you the episode where this quest chain actually started. I can't remember now, but I looked my videos through myself and put it in the description. But it's a level 52 and I'm 60, and the reason why I haven't bothered with it is that it doesn't reward any reputation. The new springs was picked up in Angora Crater 2. I think it was from the guy that wanted me to take a temperature in the center of Angora Crater. I'm just going to show you the... in this pile, I think the guy standing down here, there was a little ping pong with some of the goblins in Ratchet back then, but it's no big deal. It's easy to obtain quests, both of them. This one is a little bit special, so I'll put a description about that one. And finally, this one, Wild Guardians, I picked it up in Fellwood in the neighboring zone. And 2 of them are completed here by Donovan Snowden. Let's see, we can start with It's a Secret to Everybody, where I have to hand in Lincoln's Sword, one of the few quest items I'm actually still running around with.
Off with you.
And the new springs, I might as well hand it. Oh. Okay, so from Lincoln's Sword, she started to run down to, the river here. And supposedly she threw the sword into the river.
What's on your
And
mind?
yeah. Okay, she just says that she's here for if I need further assistance, and that's great. That's very
Off
nice of
with
her,
you.
especially
Keep your feet
considering
on the
she's a
ground.
dwarf, human dwarf. Okay, blah blah
Watch
blah
your
blah. So she had one quest, Threat of the Winterfall. This one she sort of offers by herself. I'm not gonna bother with that one right now. But I'll take the Videre,
Good.
if I pronounce that correctly, the Videre Elixir. And I have to seek out Gregan Brew and Northern Feralis in order
Off
to
with ya.
continue that quest chain.
Watch your back.
So this one is sort of the continuation of It's a Secret to Everybody, and the strange sources was about the sort of thermometer thingy, also from Goro Crater. And besides that, I'm gonna do a genocide on my own guys. Sort of all these sort of swords here are owl beasts that I have to kill. And I think there are two different kinds: raging owl beast and ragged owl beast. Okay, so I guess they share spawn maybe with the bears and the fledgling chillwinds, since Questy was sort of marking 2 up there. Just gonna see if there could be one more up here. Questy has marked 1 here. Yeah, there's 1 there. So sorry, bro, but I need you for a quest. Feeling a bit odd? Yeah. I'm still amazed I actually got a Black Lotus and I wasn't even looking for it. I think the main reason I actually saw it because there was 2 flowers right next to each other, and that's not that common. I've seen that before with sort of 2 regular flowers, but it's a rare sight that you have 2 sort of high level flowers, and this is a high level zone, so usually you have high level flowers as well. Nope. I'm just following Questy at the moment, but yeah. I guess these sort of owl beasts are pretty much all over the map. But in high level zones you'll have high level herbs and high level veins for mining. I'm not sure if these 2 guys sort of have if you attack one, then the other will attack you as well, that there are social aggro. Sometimes I've been surprised in this zone once that I was killing a mob and then some other kind of mob interfered. That's rare. Oh, got 1 more here. Okay, lots of mobs sort of running around here. The bear and the yeti here, they sort of came at me, or not at me, but at the spot at the same time. So eyes in the back as usual. Yeah, it's fairly low level mobs, but again, I'm not that familiar with the zone. Maybe a little bit here. It's not that spooky sort of. I'm just gonna buff up a little bit and have a mana drink as well. But I haven't really, like I said previously, I have a 60 priest as well, but I haven't sort of done too much in this zone up here. With the priest either, I mean. And again, I suppose the Owl Beast shares a spawn point with this guy. So if you kill that guy, there's a chance he will come back as some kind of Owl Beast, I suppose. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna be lazy, of course, and not lazy, but efficient, I'd rather call it, and just go look for these Owl Beasts. I don't think there's a lot of people actually killing them unless they have the quests here. I mean, for skinning or something like that. It's usually worse if a special kind of mob, let's say these the Shard Tooth Bearer had some kind of special drop that they have like 1% drop to 1% chance to drop some kind of, let's say, I don't know, a blue item, then there would be a bigger chance that they were being farmed. But it sure is quite a zoo here. So I might get aggro. No, the bear chose to go the other way. So it's a bit, normally when you start out the game as level 1, it's pretty sort of chill and you don't have patrols constantly sort of walking into your space. But these guys seem to do a little jogging now and then and in sort of random directions, which is quite alright. But it makes things a little more interesting. And naturally it's because they wanna, I guess the developers wanna, raise the difficulty level a little bit, I suppose. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have a little mana drink here by the lake. Oh yeah, an ice cap I used for a recipe. I think I talked about it in the last episode. So 2 ice caps and 2. This is the recipe. Purification potion. I bought it on the auction house for like 30 gold. It has, well, it can drop various places, but mainly from sort of higher level mobs. I have sort of, I guess I got it down here as well, but it's the same as this one. It looks, I've sometimes clicked it accidentally because it has the same icon as this one. But the restorative potion, if I use it, it will attempt to remove a magic, curse, and a poison or disease effect. So pretty much everything. And this one, curse, disease, poison. So one less, I guess. Not a magic effect though. But I suppose this one, as it's higher level, it requires level 47, and this requires level 32. That this has a higher effect. The materials are also way higher. You need 2 plague blooms. It's the one I picked there in Felstone Field while I was grinding there anyway. And you need 2 ice caps. And let's say the ice caps and the plague bloom can sell for like 1 gold a piece, and you need to buy some kind of glass and craft this thing as well. Then all of a sudden you're talking 5 gold really fast just to, it can be beneficial enough, but to remove some kind of debuff. The reason why I'm even considering this, yeah, sure, it's nice to have all the alchemy recipes. It'll be a long grind eventually, pretty much as long as grinding the best possible gear in the game, I guess, because some of these recipes have really, really, really low drop rate. But is that I saw, and I think I mentioned that in the last episode as well, I saw some warrior, actually seen a couple of warriors and rogues and stuff, moaning about all the crap they get from grinding in Eastern and Western Plaguelands, that every possible mob almost has a some kind of debuff. They poison you, or they slow you, or they disease you, or etc. etc. So he was being a little frustrated about it, and I was thinking maybe people could use these kind of potions, and I can make a small profit as well, of course, but they might not even sell. Still, they're good to have, even for me, as a ranged. As you can see, I keep these restorative potions. I can't remember where I got the recipe, but I've used them on occasion. As a druid, I can remove... I can cure poison. Sometimes it will take several attempts, and yeah, it should say that actually. Tries to cure poison. It's not like it instantly cures poison. Yeah, maybe lower level, but not higher level poisons. And usually various classes, and this is for people, of course, that don't know about this, but various classes have, say, priest can remove something else, and I think mage can remove a curse, and so it's sort of split up, sort of. Sorry, that many of the classes can sort of remove this and that. Shamies can remove... I don't know if it's priest that can remove disease. Yeah, and I should know because I have a 60 priest. Yeah, but I forgot really. Shamie can remove something as well. So, yeah, after I found my first Black Lotus here, I'm all fired up because I saw another flower down there. And naturally I'm gonna take them while I'm grinding these guys anyway. And these sort of ragged owl beasts, 9 so far, they seem to be pretty sort of spread out. It's not like there's one fat chunk I can grind. This guy is level 54, and I have a gut feeling telling me he's gonna be really annoying. Yeah. Okay, bro. I'm gonna... This might not help because the guy is some kind of spitter. Let's see if we can pick it up. No. Okay. I'm gonna have to kill you then. Oh, and talking about poison, and you can see this guy has like 3 stacks on me now with this poison, which is rather annoying. And it actually hurts quite a bit now that it's stacked. So, talking about poison. And as you can see, it sort of removed 1 poison at a time. So 3 stacks, it took me 3 sort of removes to get rid of it. Yeah. Yeah, and was I'm talking a bit to myself about which way I should go. So there was a bear and a yeti and this guy walking into a bar. No, but that was the 3 mobs that was there. It just sounded like some kind of dad joke. Usually it will be, yeah, I suppose the nun, the sailor, and I don't know, someone else. Politician, maybe. That walked into the bar. Yeah, I'll leave it there. So let's say 10 of the ragged owl dudes, and doing quests like these, of course it's always an advantage to check out that you're actually doing the mobs that you're supposed to. On occasion I've been grinding mobs that wasn't the correct ones, but they looked like the correct ones. There was a quest in Hinterlands where you had to kill some of these kind of guys as well. Oh, social aggro here. I'm just gonna, as usual, if I get 1 mob too many, I root instantly one of them. This way my casting won't be interrupted all that much. And to conserve my mana a little bit, because I was low when I accidentally pulled 2. So-called... Oh. Disease, yeah, okay. For 30 minutes. Oh, thanks a lot, Bob. So this guy actually casted disease on me that reduces my attributes by 22. That's really a nasty disease, bro. It's like the owly version of AIDS or something like that. But you know what? Let's try the restorative potion. It's kind of funny this episode that, you know, right after I talk about something, I can actually sort of test it. Both my remove poison and restorative potion. Sure, I've used all these things before, but there's a reason why I carry all this crap around, because it can become beneficial in the field as of now. So let's see if the potion here will remove it. So now it just keeps trying, I suppose. And bingo, it actually removed it. Whee! The very, very nasty disease. And now I get to understand, you know, the people that were moaning about, I suppose it's mainly Eastern Plague lands. So I don't want these guys near me when they can put up a nasty disease like that. Not very kind. Said the guys who's trying to kill them. And I suppose it's flower day today. The mountain silver sage thingies here. No disease, no disease, thank you. They're used for higher end. Oh my. Did it again. Okay. I'm gonna kill 2 more of these guys because it might be just, you know, the ragged owl beast that does this that has this very nasty behavior. Sick disease. And if you want to take a semi-nasty jump, then change to cat form. It wasn't too bad, but cats take less falling damage. Just like in real life, sort of. Yeah, disease me all you will, bro. Maybe they won't, but it was a cast, he could do it from a distance, so all this root and stuff, I guess I suppose it was better just to nuke him. So, while being able to sort of scope the surroundings, 360 degrees, I'll have a mana drink and I'm just gonna look where sort of, okay, where the rest of, or where his sort of kindreds are, or my kindred you could say. So, it seems like in this area is the ragged owl beasts, and over on the other side we got the wild guardians. And yeah, I'll do a little rebuffing. It's not like I'm going all in here with buffs, it's fairly easy quests, even though the local fauna is being really nasty with this disease and stuff and whatnot. More ice cap, very nice. Probably gonna get spit on by this guy. Yeah. I bet they put it up these mobs so they just, you know, they have to be maximum annoying. Guarding the sort of flowers, you could say. I think the best kind of farming you can do, including flower farming. Oh, talking about farming, we got a rich thorium vein down here. Is the one that you can do. Holy shit! Crit! There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna take another restorative thingy here. And maybe, and it removed it there, so that's really nice. It's a very powerful potion, considering that it's not only the disease, but yeah, these other 3 negative effects. Magic, curse, poison, and disease. So let's hope his kindreds won't sort of be just as nasty. I throw that the disease on me. Okay. So, again, this is kind of odd. I mean, I get social aggro from the Yeti. But yeah, Yeti lives matter, so I'm just gonna move away from this guy. And time for a little drink again. By the way, these feathers, the iron feathers, they were part of the crafting material for these. And they're even called iron feather shoulders. So that makes sense with the name of these feathers. And the chest piece as well. I don't have plans of making a secondary moon kit, but it's a nice healing set as well. As you can see, they craft the 2 set bonus is 20 magical spell and healing effects. So it's definitely healer gear as well. And I'm really glad no one else is farming these guys because they're very sort of spread out. I got an idea that these guys' sort of special ability is this enrage instead of that nasty poison. Or not poison, it was disease from the other the ragged owl beasts. Oh. But, you know, picking up the Black Lotus and the other herbs that I do here just goes to show that, at least to my humble opinion, that it's one of the reasons that's very important to have a high-level character is that it will keep your economy going. You won't struggle with constantly needing gold when you have a level 60. At least if you have that 60 for a while. Let's say I was to sell what I just picked up, maybe 4 of these, 3 of these, and this, it's close to 30 gold already, and I haven't played for more like, I don't know, 20 minutes, something like that. So let's just say 20 gold. 20 gold is like what you'll collect as maybe have collected as a level 30 or something like that, including sort of trading your the surplus gold, you could say, after trading your spells and stuff. And that's why I've been helping. Well, a buddy is maybe a bit much to say, but it's a guy that I think I talked about him in the last episode as well. I'm not gonna dox him or anything. He has an substance abuse problem. And he's playing mainly at night. It's not like he's a complete addict or anything, but he has a job and he's a very, very sweet person, but he has some issues. I think he has a depression, and I think he's using weed and beers and stuff to sort of, I don't know, hurt the pain. I told him if I were him, I would go get medication for it. But some of the people I meet in here, they seem to have a lot of trauma, unfortunately. Not all, of course, but when you get under their skin just a little bit, I mean, talking a night, I was playing a bit sort of a chill project I have with the Warlock, which I actually think is really, really funny. That's I like to play Warlock. I didn't like it in the beginning. I like the burst damage from, say, a mage or something like that, and Warlock is definitely not burst damage, not yet at my current level. It's nice, slow, but very safe grind, actually. Let's see if I can get on top. Nope, it's too risky, even if I could. Dying to falling damage is not the way Black Blossom is meant to go down, I hope. Yeah, but I forgot my... Oh, so I got a cave full of these guys here. I actually didn't know that. Easy peasy. So I think we're going to start out this guy. So yeah, my point with the guy that has the issues with depression and substance abuse and is a very, very, very sweet person is that he's mainly playing at night, and so am I. This is not normal for me to play at 1300, and that's because I have vacation, actually. It's sort of a working vacation, though. I have an old house and I have a ton of stuff to fix. So I'm trying to get something fixed, and then I can take a break, come here and play a bit, tell you about my old war stories and stuff. But he had, the point again was that he lost his characters and he doesn't have a 60. Used to have one, but lost him, I don't know. Lost some of them. There was another guy as well. I'm gonna finish this story first. So, the guy with the substance issues, he don't have his 60 anymore, and he's very helpful. He's an extremely helpful person. If you ask him anything, even if it's a bit risky, he will come and help you. And I have a weakness for such personalities. So I love to help him back, and I was leveling tailoring on my Warlock, and I made some blue items. I had the stuff laying around in my bank anyway. I made a couple of sets, and to him and one of his buddies, he's talking to another guy besides me that's also playing a lot at night, at nighttime. So I made a set for both of them, and they were extremely happy. They have both lost all their high-level characters. So yeah. It just feels good to help someone get back on his feet inside the game. Sure, it feels good to give the gift of giving, to give people just stuff that they'll be happy about. And I've done so previously with sort of low-level items to new players. I'll advise you to try it out if you haven't done so. Instead of vendoring some kind of mail, you find mail leggings with 2 stamina, 2 strength. Save it if you have the backspace. And when you find some low-level warrior, inspect them. Always inspect them first, because I think it's kind of rude to offer a trade if people actually have better items than you're interrupting their gameplay. But usually I sort of whisper them first and say like one moment or stuff like that to approach people in the correct way, instead of just walking right into the space, you could say. It doesn't feel like it doesn't feel very nice to do so, just like in real life. So, and then I give them the item, and usually people are so happy that they get typically we're talking people that have not even one green item, and they get their first green item, even though it's like we're talking 2 stamina, 1 strength male leggings or something like that. So it's also, a way to sort of conserve the community on the server, especially this sort of low pop server. I do want to say about Necrush and low pop is that it's I think the population is rising. It's a I got nothing to back it up with, but it's definitely my feel. more and more players every day, and yeah, it's just nice. I like the community a lot. It's tight, and the server has been through, it's been through hell and back. I think the worst part was when Blizzard launched their anniversary servers, and I'm quite well aware they didn't intend to kill the 2 hardcore servers that was here already, but that's pretty much what they almost did. Because most of the population moved to the anniversary servers. That's where all the popular streamers were. I don't know if people wanted some stardust from that, or if they, I don't know, they just wanted higher population. I know a French guy I used to play with back then called David. I still talk to him a little bit now and then, but he's on the anniversary server. He was tired of waiting for dungeons, and I can understand that. That's fair. A good argument, you could say. I've sort of countered that in another way. It's still a little bit of a struggle from time to time to get a dungeon. Let's see here at 13:16, so it's definitely not prime time. You can see we got people asking for Shadowfang Keep in the looking for group chat. I got 4 chats here, by the way, so it's not one big sort of pool of chats, and you can see there's a lot of chat in guild as well, so it becomes too much for me anyway to look at all this chat. And worst off actually is that it's distracting. I'll give you the advice if you're new to hardcore, is that do not be distracted while playing hardcore. Stop watching YouTube videos and have music in the background. Be focused on the game, and you won't die a stupid death from running into some elite with flapping wings that you don't hear because you're not paying attention to what you're doing. So it seems I got the last of my guys here. Oh. No idea what that guy came from. Okay, interesting route he has there. There we go. And if these items have good stats, I suppose they'll be nice for... they're not that great. Considering you have to be level 51, I suppose a bear tank would have better items. So, but sometimes I'll announce in the guild chat. It's just easier than doing it here. If someone wants these for, let's say, I had a pair of gloves yesterday on my warlock, actually. That had, I think it was level 29 required. Oh, there it is. And I asked in the guild chat, they had like 7 stamina, 6 intellect. And I asked if there was any young clothy that wanted them, if it was an upgrade. And actually there was a level 24 druid. I don't recall his name, it doesn't matter. He said that he could use them, and yeah, sure, fine. I'll send them in the mailbox. Sure, I miss out on 20 silver, but you know what, doesn't matter. You help the community again. It doesn't mean that you should gift everything that you have, of course. Okay, anyway, back to missions of the day instead of all my ranting here. I suppose one quest completed here, and of the 3 quests I started with initially, I think this one ends here. There might be a follow-up, I don't know, but I'm gonna hand it in Felwood eventually. Yeah, maybe I should. I was thinking about if I should do it now, but I'm not gonna do that. But the good Donovan Snowden, the dwarf, she had another quest. I think I have to discover Dark Whisper George. So it's an area down there that I have to explore. And that's where I'm going now. I'm positive there's a follow-up to that one. And by the way, these I can send to... I have a rogue that's a leatherworker. So I can send the feathers to him. I think you need a ton. It's like we're talking maybe 120 to craft the chest piece, or the shoulders. So you have to farm a lot of these feathers. But you never know. If I got backspace or bank space on my rogue, and I know that I do, then I might as well stash him there. And that's how I sort of do the logistics on my characters as well. So I know instantly if I find some kind of item, yeah, okay, fine, I'm gonna send that to my tailor, that's this character, or I'm gonna send the food for leveling cooking, for instance. I'm gonna send it to that character. So it's not one big pile of where the hell is my stuff. On the contrary, actually. So while I'm talking and picking flowers and being distracted, you are distracted while talking, and that's why you shouldn't, say, hold a handheld phone in your car, for instance. But I'm like constantly being aware, or trying to at least, if there's any sort of threats to me. Meaning some nasty 60 elite, speedy elite, that might even be fairly silent. Like, say, the Devil Source in Ongoro Crater. Don't like those guys very much. Eventually, you sort of learn their patrol route from getting there, spending more and more time there and encountering them, and you get a feel for where they sort of go back and forth and stuff. But I did see a video once where I think it was some kind of paladin, or maybe a warrior, that was grinding something, and he didn't notice that just behind him one of the Devil Swords had spawned. So someone had killed one, and then it respawned eventually. It happened to respawn right behind him. Oh. So I guess this guy is, I don't know. He's probably a quest guy. Quest mob. So some kind of ancient civilization. It looks very sort of night elf-ish. And I have to advance somewhat further. See what's down here. Okay. So if you don't get squashed from the fall, which I would even in cat form. I'm not too fond of heights in real life, so I didn't even like this too much. But if you didn't get squashed by the fall, then you definitely get squashed by those 60 elites down there. I could go stealth here, but okay. So we got some 60 elites up here. I'm not quite sure. There's some kind of questing area, of course, but let's see if I can snatch the flower while I'm here. And when you're doing these kind of things, where you're sort of locking yourself in between a lot of mobs, you can always ask yourself, is this worth it? And I would say the answer is probably no. I'm not going to investigate any further here right now. The bears looks pretty chill though. Didn't get aggro even though I was sort of fairly close to them. So I'm gonna go back to Dunwich Snowden. And the reason why I'm just checking out the map. By the way, if you click Shift M as standard, you can have the map down here in the corner. But to me, it's like more distraction, and I don't want to be distracted constantly, so I'd rather just open the map for a few seconds. It's not safe, and there's a small chance that you can run into something that will kill you, but the chance is very, very small when you do it for a few seconds. Naturally, it has something to do with personal preference, but yeah. I prefer just not to be distracted. I just want to see if I can explore some of the last parts of the map, unless I'm running into some nasty mobs. Further, this is a shortcut. Masto the real. That sounds elfish. So I'm just gonna check out the map again. Yeah. And we got some other nasty mobs here. Not to mention some rather unpleasant dragon, I think. So I might have to turn around if these guys sort of block the road eventually. Which they fortunately didn't. And the reason why I'm going stealth now is that I can't see what's on the ridge here, or if there's something on the other side that's very nasty. Doesn't look like it though. I think it was maybe even here that I picked up some kind of flower. So I managed to do, I think, a little bit of a shortcut without risking too much. And yeah, I think I remember from a previous episode that there was some kind of 60 dragonling something roaming around here, but usually close to the cities like here there should be no problem. What I wanted to do is look in the neighboring zone of Felwood. It's here, yeah. Yeah, so the reason why I'm looking at Felwood is because it might be smartest now that I'm at the fly guy to hand in this quest. And then fly back here and continue down to Donovan Snowdon afterwards. I think that's what I'm gonna do, guys. And yes, it's part of World of Warcraft. I'm trying to save these sort of two... the long flights. At traveling time, sometimes I'm setting up the video so that actually like this video as well, talking about the devil. So I knew that Donovan Snowdon would send me to Feralis, so I set up my Hearthstone in Kamuyashi in Feralis. But I can't have my Hearthstone sort of at both spots, so yeah, I'm gonna have to fly to Felwood. And it's gonna be fine. I'll have a sip of water meanwhile. So, see you in Felwood when we hand in the Wild Guardian quest. That was the quest where I sort of annihilated 30 of my own kind, sort of. Or my kindred. And 4 gold, 33 silver for doing that. So, yeah. You're making quite a bit of money as level 60, I must admit. I just saw 2 flowers below, 3 flowers below. Yeah, and naturally I felt lucky right away to see if there was an extra Black Lotus. But I can already sort of sense that it seems like along this ridge here there's a lot of flower spawns. And again, how much this is worth, I have no idea. I'm not learning the recipe right now because I want to sort of yeah, I want to grind some more ice cap. I have a lot of plague blooms, and then I'm gonna craft some of them, see if I can sell it on the auction house. My own gear, yeah, talking about what I have here in my inventory. My own gear here is I have a buddy of mine that can disenchant it, so I have to wait for him to come online and be in, say, Orgrimmar or something like that. High level zone here and high level flowers again. There was a groom's blood up here somewhere. And what we have? Oh. But I think they can spawn Black Lotus in these areas as well. And I'm sure there's some kind of add-on for hunting Black Lotus. I've seen people, when I've been grinding, say, down in this area or, I don't know, here or something. And sometimes you will see typically hunters or something like that roaming back and forth. They come by you several times. So you can see they're running up and down the area to look for Black Lotus. I don't know if it's bots or players, it doesn't really matter. So, let's hand in. Oh, it's outside. So, it was this guy.
And honor.
Okay, so he has a new quest, Wild Guardians. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna pick it up while I'm here, but it can wait a little bit, I suppose. Dabu. Back to Donovan Snowden.
Sug. Go forth.
And I'm just gonna sort of or on-track it's called, the quest. And just to, yeah, show you what I got left. So I got a couple of quests there, fairly low level, 52. And 52 quest for Blackrock Depths. I suppose it's sort of the low, or Blackrock Mountain is sort of the lower ends of Blackrock Mountain in, is it Searing Gorge? I'm just gonna look on the map. Oh, it's here in Burning Steps. These quests are done, and there's quite a few more. I can imagine there's a 55 there, and there's more quests sort of inside. But as you can see here, they're completed here. Let's see if it was a guilty estranged. I don't think it was a horde. It was probably an alliance guy, because nobody's writing congratulations. Just checking out what other quests are in the zone. But the quest I just picked up is completed down there, where I have to kill even more of my own kind. And I'll get there eventually. I guess suppose there's some up here as well. I don't think I did a full tour of my remaining quests here, but Blackrock Depths, Blackrock Mountain, the quest I just picked up. Good old Hercules Revenge. I'll get back to that. That's an old friend. Should hand it in soon. There's a chance to be attacked by some guards, but the guards are 55 and I'm 60. We're talking alliance guards, and you'll get flagged, and it's a little bit dangerous because they use web and stuff. But I should be able to come out of it with all my forms here, so I should be alright. Further, I may use stealths, so I can see what the NPC that you spawn is actually doing inside the alliance camp. I might do it some other day, or will do it eventually. I'm trying to do all quests in the game. I picked up a quest in Silithus, and I have the one that I'm on in Ungoro, the one that I'm tracking here, and this is one of the one that I'm tracking here as well. And that's what I got at the moment. And as you can see, there's still tons and tons of quests left. So, at least for now, I didn't have time to read up on the dungeons, especially the dungeon bosses, like, say, Skolomans and Stratholm in Eastern and Western Plaguelands. But that would be probably the right place to start. And then I would like maybe to do the lower parts of Blackrock Mountain eventually, but it's not that easy to get a group really. I think many of the raiders that are on this server now, they are sort of skipping the lowest parts because it's the retail brain again, you could say, and it's quite a it's understandable if you have sort of a decent group to boost you. Why would you run sort of lower instances if you have no there's no loot that can drop that you're interested in? Yeah. So personally, I don't care that much for loot. Yeah, sure, it's nice to get some now and then, and it's easy for me to say when I just equipped 2 epics. But just to prove my point, I had these. By the way, this is some of the local fauna that you should not run into unintended. 3 level 57s could be rather annoying to get away from, especially if they daze you. What I would do, by the way, is try to root 1 and then get away from the other 2. 3 is a bit too much for me at the moment, I think. If they're all sort of clopping me at the same time, unless I have my back against the wall. Interesting tree. It looks like a place my warlock would enjoy, but I suppose it's because it's a dead tree. And you know what? In all this time of playing WoW, it's actually 2 trees. It looks like it's 1 tree with a big hole in it, but it's not. Just gonna have to run through here. Yeah, I never really noticed that scenario in all my years of running up back and forth here. But, yeah. So I should read up on Skolomans and Stratholm, the 2 dungeons, and the lower parts of Blackrock Mountain. Study it a little bit. It will enhance my chance of survival by a lot. And that's good. Another good thing about hardcore, I think, is that you become a better player because you have to become a better player in order to increase your survivability. Another one of my mottos here to keep yourself alive is patience. Never rush anything. If you're rushing something, you are pretty much trying to get yourself killed. You're doing something too fast, and you should not do that. You should chill, take your time, do the quest properly. I can fall into that trap myself now and then, but it's a mistake and you should not do so. Oh. So I was wondering why was this owl sort of killing this mob? Felt a little odd. Was because it was a hunter's pet. While I'm going back here to Donovan Snowden, I'm just gonna see if all these flowers are still up. They probably aren't. I flew over when I went to Felwood and I saw, I think, at least 3 sort of spawns of icecap, and I don't think icecap is that sort of it's not a flower that is that sort of sought after. I can imagine it's more like I think the mountain silver sage. But it has to do, of course, which potions or elixirs they are part of. So, there's another one here. But I can imagine on all my alts that I'm gonna exchange eventually the restorative potion, this one, that I've used 2 times today, with the ones that I can craft here, because I got a strong hunch that even though they cannot remove magic, as this has a chance to do. They seem way more powerful in removing sort of the other three, nasty debuffs you have gotten. Alrighty, let's talk to Donovan again here. But first I'm gonna pick yet another flower. Black Blossom is in collecting mode right at the moment. And yeah, I've told that story once before at least, but one of my warriors died level 32, I think, from rushing to get an iron vein. So use your brain if you see some kind of resources. Is there a danger before you sort of rush in to get it? So the strange sources here netted me 3 gold 48 and a cloak that I don't need, but it's almost an extra gold. So 4 gold for that. And that's pretty much what she had. So back to the Videre Elixir, and it was so fortunate that I had read about the quest chain. I knew that I was going to Feralis afterwards. So that's where I'm going, guys. I need to talk to some dwarf down here. So one dwarf sent me to talk to another dwarf. And just for people that are not that familiar with names, Feralis is down here. I was up here before, so it would be quite the flight if you haven't sort of set it up already. About the cloak, sure, it's nice. Maybe when you complete the quest, you might have found a better already. Especially if you have done the elite quest chain in the hinterlands. And then again, yeah, maybe it'll be I don't know. I got this cloak from doing that, but and it's mainly due to, well, the 6 stamina and 9 intellect are very nice stats, but it's the 12 spell power that does the difference. I can only imagine that this is best in slot before raiding, and that's why everybody wants to do the Hinterland Elites quest. But it's not everybody that get a cape. It's not like you get an option with strength or agility or like this for a caster. It's different items, so one might be a trinket or, I don't know, gloves or bracers, and the caster get a cape. So you might have found a better back than this one, or maybe even gotten it from a drop from in a dungeon. I don't recall. I have a level 56 rogue, and I actually don't recall what his back is, but I'm not really playing him much, so that's one of the reasons why. Goldthorn, the flower I just passed just before, is sort of the workhorse, you could say, of alchemy, sort of mid-tier flower. It's used in almost all sort of recipes, I think you can imagine. Oh, it's a purple lotus. And where's the purple lotus, then there's always ruins. I'm just going to prove my point here. It's either, as you can see here, ruins. It's either night elf or troll ruins. It's the only place I've seen these purple lotus spawn. Cool thing about them is that I've seen them spawn in as low zones as Ashenvale, which is like, I don't know, level mid-20s. Let's see, Ashenvale up here. So, about the dwarf, he's residing up here. I know, by the way, in this area, Feralis and the neighboring zone of Desolus as well. And I'm not gonna sort of swap the map too much here because it's actually pretty far down here. So is my death worth showing you something on the world map for? No. So I'm not gonna do that. But in the neighboring zone, it's called Desolus. There is Yeah, I should probably know that, but I forgot his name. But it's a horde hero. He's a hunter. He has a bear, and he's walking all the way through Desolus, and I think through Ferality as well. And I don't know, he may be even higher. Maybe he's 62 elite or something like that. Then he's a hunter. And naturally, I can imagine he will be hostile to alliance players, so it will be pretty nasty meeting him on the road here. To my knowledge, there's no immediate dangers of things sort of flying around in the area where you quest, but there is a world boss here that I have never ever seen nor killed, of course. Up here, it's the last place I need to explore. And he can probably drop, there's a quest up there, I think it's from his corpse probably when you kill him the first time. And it just goes to show that there are 4 world bosses, as you can see. Usandra, Lethon, Terra, and Emeris. So 4 dragons, I'm pretty sure. The 4 world bosses, I mean. So yeah, we're getting closer to the dwarf. I don't think, let's read the quest here. Seek out Gregan Spruce. Okay, I will. So, even though questies suggest that it's up here, I know for a fact, because I've done this quest on my priest a while ago, that the guy resides up here somewhere. I think maybe this is his tent and his campfire. Yeah. And as you can see, the yellow dot here, I thought actually it was the NPC. Yeah, there he is.
Hello.
So, it was actually him I should
Keep your
talk
feet
to.
on the ground.
Okay, so he wants an Evo root in return. And he says there's some creature guarding what I want, so I need to buy some bait. And this is a quest item, so that I probably have to interact with, so I'm gonna remove it down there. And I thought the yellow dot was him actually, but it might be a flower. So sorry I mistook you for a flower, bro. There we go. And Phoebe here got slain by a Venture Co. peon in the Barrens. Not 100% sure. I think it's the northern part of the Barrens. To me, yeah, I might be wrong. I think it's a level... I don't know. Maybe... I think it's to me, sort of by instinct, it seems that she's a little underleveled compared to the quest. I can imagine the quest is 17, 18. I might be wrong, but it's the northern part of the Barrens. There's a lot of these Venture Co. guys. It's mainly goblins, but there's also, say, humans and yeah, all kinds of races really in that the Venture Co. has employed. And another gold thorn. So I know for a fact that normally I wouldn't bother with picking up these sort of mid-tier flowers anymore, but I know for a fact that my warlock would like some potions eventually, and I'm probably gonna need more of these Elixir of Greater Intellect as well. I'm sure my warlock will be thrilled about those. I'm trying not to play the warlock, so it has, will delay my my sort of video uploads on the druid here. I don't have many videos stashed at the moment on the druid. I think I got one besides this one. At some point I had maybe 20, 30 videos, something like that. But I'm not there at the moment, so it has to do if I have time in my real life, of course, to playing and uploading as well. And at the moment I'm pretty low on videos. On the other hand, I got time. It's vacation. So at least I can make some. Anyway, here's the guy we're talking about, and I'm just gonna talk to him. How you doing, pal? So he's just grumbling. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place the bait that I found. If I can. Oh, maybe it's cause I'm mounted. Just gonna try again. Okay, where am I supposed to place this? Place near Miblon's Snarltooth. Okay, it's just near him. So what I want to do is I want to get in here and pick one of these thingies, and there's this sort of phony wall between it. So I have to put this. Okay, so I thought it was red, so I just thought that I couldn't. Go eat your food, dude. Yeah, bingo. And when he goes for the food, I go pick a flower. Nice trade-off. And back to the dwarf, I suppose. And maybe he will give me a Videre Elixir in return. I think I only needed one. I could have probably picked up more of these sort of Evo roots. And there he is.
What's on your mind? Be good. See you soon.
So I actually got 3 of them, and okay, I'm supposed to return to Donovan Snowden, and that's one of the big benefits of being druid, by the way. Besides the sort of versatility, I can sneak. I can be roguelike or tanky or moonkin or healer or whatever. Is that I got this port to Moonglade right next to good old Donovan in the neighboring zone of Winterspring. I can almost see her. If you've seen some of my previous episodes, you know that you can always get a free flight from here to Thunderbluff, and the Alliance side can get to, I don't know, I guess the Nelfish main city, Silver Moon, something like that. But there is a fly guy for both factions down here. So if you are connected fly guy wise, you can fly to wherever you want that is connected to Moonglade. So the Horde guy, I don't know why he doesn't really show, but he's down there, and I think the Alliance guy is down there. So I'm just gonna fly from here to the neighboring zone in Winterspring, and then hand in this the Videre Elixir to Donovan Snowden.
Makra! For the Horde!
Yeah, I don't know about these boots. I think I'm just gonna sell them, guys. Had it been, say, 7 agility instead of 7 spirit, that would be kind of nice, but they're kind of mid with the spirit instead. It's not a good stat combined, I think, with stamina and strength. For a grindy warrior, maybe spirit's not completely crap. Your regeneration rate, but they're getting sold. So we got a Hitler joke here. I didn't get the context of it, and yeah, not gonna bother, I think. But someone is asking if do Germans ever separate words? And someone said nope, and then someone said in one word 999, and it's kind of the meme from a really great movie called Downfall about sort of the last days for Hitler and the people in the Führer bunker. So yeah, point is that he didn't separate the 3 times 9s. And by the way, if you're looking for dungeons, I'll advise you to call, if you were on this server, but I guess anywhere, look in your guild chat first, of course. That's what most people do that are in a guild. But and I can see this guy is searching for people here. But what I noticed was he didn't sort of make ads here in looking for group. And there might be other people than the guildies that want to do sort of a mid-tier dungeon like Rate and Downs. I actually need the dungeon on my Warlock, but yeah, it's not gonna be now. Yeah, there are other stuff to do. But I felt like this was a good episode, and I was honestly really thrilled about picking up that Black Lotus. I'm looking forward to hearing my my own reaction there, because it's the first time ever I picked one up. And by the way, the 3 mobs I met here at some point, the 3 level 57, 58, something like that, these 3, the bad bears, the white bears that are in the neighborhood here, they patrol back and forth from where I am around here to down there. So that's pretty much all that I know of that you should look out for, at least in this sort of neighborhood. And back to my old rotten tree with a hole in it. That is actually 2 trees. So while I'm going to Donovan, the dwarf, I might as well just see if I get lucky with a few herbs. One here, for starters. And time for a little rebuff as well. I can imagine if I do some kind of parkour up here, that would be more the mountain silver sage. But I'm not quite in the mood for that. And then I run straight into one and pick it up. But not too much parkour here. There we go. But as I've said before, it's quite, you know, mountain silver sage, as the name implies. They will typically grow in sort of mountainous terrain, surprisingly enough. Some of the other flowers that I picked up before in Feralis, like say the goldthorn here, they will typically grow on a hilltop, not a mountaintop, but a hilltop, some sort of elevated ground. So if there was they don't grow here, but if there were one, they would not say be here, then it would probably be there, for instance. The last one that I have is it's not like I know this for all flowers, but I know it for the ones that I've sort of been farming a bit to make some potions for this character and some of my alts. But this one will typically grow sort of in the cover of another tree. So just like this tree is sort of on the cover of this one, then this flower would typically grow, say, like here or here. It wouldn't grow, say, out there. So enough about the flowers. Let's see what Donovan has to say.
Watch your back. Hi, keep your feet on the ground.
So I have to go outside the graveyard in Gatcheston and use the Videre Elixir, and that I suppose is why this quest is sort of renowned, because it will give you a near-death experience. So, as usual, guys, thanks a lot for watching, and I hope I see you in the next one. I think I will go for my near-death experience in the next episode. So, yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, bye-bye.